Concept 2, solving multi-step equations with variables on both sides. Alright, so multi-step equations means that we not only have variables on both sides, but we also have constants on both sides. Alright, this is going to add an extra step to our process because we're going to have to move both the variables to one side and the constants to one side. Okay. One thing I do is I combine this step, so I move my variables and my constants at the same time. You can do this, or you can separate it as long as you can keep track of everything that you're moving. Okay, so we're still at 3 steps. All right, our first step is choosing a side for the variables and a side for the constants, and then moving them there. So I notice I've got a really large negative constant here. I'm going to want to move this one. Okay. And then this 3 is greater than 1, so I'm going to move this one. Okay. Oops. Subtract 1x. Okay. I'm just going to use that. Subtract x. Okay. Whatever I do to this side, I have to do to this side. Whatever I do to this side, I have to do to this side. Okay, these cancel, and I'm left with 3x minus x equals 17 minus 5. Okay, combine your terms. 3x minus x, 3x minus 1x is 2x. 17 minus 5 is 12. Okay, I've got my variable isolated. I'm going to simplify or solve, and x is going to be equal to 12 over 2 or 6. Okay. Alright, let's look at one that's a little more complicated. So now I have more than just one of each term on each side of the equation. Okay, I've got 2 variables on this side and 2 constants on this side. 1 variable on this side, 1 constant on this side. So I'm pretty much always, even if it's going to give me a negative value, going to move the 1 constant over here and the 1 variable over here. Okay, so let's do that. Plus 5, minus 2x, minus 2x, and I've got 3x plus 7x minus 2x equals 6 plus 5 minus 3. Okay, so this is my combined choosing a side and moving both my constants and my variables. Okay. Again, you could move one, combine terms, move the other, combine terms. It works out just the same. This just saves you a couple steps. Alright, so combine your terms. 3x plus 7x is 10x, minus 2x is 8x. 6 plus 5 is 11, minus 3 is 8. Oh, so we have 8x equals 8, or x equals 1. Okay. Alright. Last one. We've got some fractions again. So whenever you have fractions, remember you're going to do the same steps you would normally do, but you're also going to have a little step 0, okay, which is getting rid of those fractions. Alright, so I've got denominators of 2, 3, 1, 3, 6, and 1. Okay, so my least common denominator, 2 and 3 both go into 6. So 6 is my least common denominator. So I'm going to multiply everything by 6. 6, 6, times 6, and times 6. Okay. I'm going to factor. Factors 3. Factors to 2. Stays 6. Factors to 2. Eliminate it all together and stays 6. So I have 3 times 1, x, or 3x. 2 times 2, so I have a plus 4, minus 6 times x, 6x, is equal to 2 times 1 is 2, minus 5x, minus 6 times 1 is 6. Alright, and now I'm back to my multi-step equation with variables on both sides and constants on both sides. So I have 2 variable terms over here. I'm going to move this variable term over. I've got 2 constant terms over here. I'm going to move this constant term over there. So minus 4 plus 5x. Whatever I do to this side, I've got to do this side. Minus 4, same thing over here, and plus 5x. So over here I've got 5x plus 3x minus 6x is equal to 2 plus not 5. This is why it helps to cross those out so you don't make mistakes. 2, I've got a minus 6 and a minus 4. Okay. So now I'm going to combine like terms. 5x plus 3x is 8x, minus 6x is 2x, equals 2 minus 6, that's going to be a negative 4, minus 4, it's going to be a negative 8. Divide by 2, divide by 2, and I've got x equals negative 8 over 2, or negative 4. That's it.